So this is wildly cool. Evan Priest from Australian Golf Digest, and I'm joined by Aaron Dill, Senior Director of Player Relations for the Vokey Wedges. He's agreed to watch me hit a few shots and sort of compare that to how he'd approach a tour player on a chipping green at a tour host course, and you know what he goes through, what he looks for, and you know sort of how he recommends maybe different grinds and bounces. So this is super exciting. Aaron, thanks for going through this with me.
It's gonna be fun.
All right. So you walk up to a player on the range at a PGA Tour event. He starts chipping balls. What are you looking for in the beginning?
So I'm paying attention to sound, flight, consistency, and just looking at speed, right? I know a wedge player is really comfortable when he's fast.
Mm-hmm.
When he's moving through the shots quickly, when he's delivering the wedge faster than some other players. It's usually a sign that they feel pretty comfortable with what they have in their hands.
Yep.
Anybody who's a little slower may not feel quite as comfortable. They have more of that deliberate approach. And so I'm paying attention to a lot of things, and then I'm going to pepper you with questions.
Cool.
How are conditions? What do you like? What do you not like? And we hopefully will come up with a solution to finding some confidence along the way.
And how often are you maybe prescribing a different wedge to what they're using? Is it half the time, more?
I would say the majority of the work is around the 58 and 60s because this is the most sensitive club in the bag when it comes to wedge play.
Yep.
And so depending on how the course conditions are at that time, maybe it's a coaching change, maybe it's this week just feels off, we might make some decisions to put somebody in something that brings some of that confidence back. Pretty good start.
A little strong, but...
First thing I noticed, caught it a little bit heavy, a little bit steeper, right?
Yep, okay.
So if the golf ball was here, the club entered maybe a half an inch or so behind it. All right, so we're going to try a couple things, and I'm not going to tell you what you're trying.
Yep.
This is the fun part. This is why fitting is so important, is you want players to understand why we make all these different things, and part of that process is getting them to hit several different versions so that they can feel the difference and they can decide why one is better than another. Sounded nice.
Yeah, that was clipped nice, yeah.
Much cleaner.
Yeah.
Definitely saw the flight come down, and we saw more spin as we touched down. Those are two things that are going to be really important to quality wedge play is how do we get the flight down?
Yep.
Once we do, we create that spin. That's our kind of our tagline right now is contact, flight, spin is the key to getting good wedge play. That was a little bit behind it, but you're cleanest of the strikes that you've had with the previous club.
Yep.
If there's anything that you do that might not be perfect, it's just connecting with the turf slightly behind the ball. The one you tested the best in, honestly, was the 63K, right?
Really?
So this leads me to think that adding a little bit of sole width to your golf club is going to act as more of a skid plate, right?
Yep.
You want that wedge to glide through the ground quickly and easily, even though you might make a slight error along the way.
Yep.
This should save you.
That was a lot of fun. Aaron Dill, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We did that with 6 golf balls.
Yeah.
My best fitting of all time.